The date was June 23, 1985. This day would forever be marked by tragedy, a day when the world watched in horror as news broke of an unspeakable act of terrorism. Air India Flight 182, en route from Montreal to Delhi, vanished from radar screens over the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The flight, carrying 329 souls, including 268 Canadian citizens, 27 British citizens, and 24 Indian citizens, met a devastating end, shattering the lives of hundreds of families across continents. The world mourned as the realization dawned that this was no accident. Air India Flight 182 had fallen victim to a meticulously planned terrorist attack. The catastrophic event sent shockwaves across the globe, exposing the vulnerability of civilian aviation to the looming threat of terrorism. It was a stark reminder of the indiscriminate nature of hate and violence, leaving an indelible mark on the consciousness of a generation. In the wake of this tragedy, questions arose, demanding answers. Who could perpetrate such a horrific act? What were their motives? And how could such a tragedy be prevented in the future? Air India Flight 182 embarked on what seemed like a routine journey, a long-haul flight connecting Montreal's Mirabel International Airport to Delhi's Palam International Airport. The flight, with its diverse passengers full of hopes and dreams, took off into the clear blue sky, unaware of the sinister fate that awaited them thousands of feet above the Atlantic. The route, a well-traveled air corridor, offered no hint of the imminent danger. As the Boeing 747 soared over the vast expanse of the Atlantic, disaster struck with terrifying swiftness. At an altitude of 31,000 feet, a bomb, concealed within the cargo hold, detonated, tearing the aircraft apart. The explosion, heard for miles around, created a scene of unimaginable chaos and destruction. The once proud aircraft disintegrated into countless pieces, raining down debris over a wide area of the ocean hundreds of miles off the southwest coast of Ireland. The investigation into the bombing of Air India Flight 182 became one of the most complex and extensive in history, spanning multiple countries and law enforcement agencies. Early suspicions focused on Sikh extremist groups, operating primarily from Canada and seeking revenge for the Indian government's storming of the Golden Temple in Amritsar, a site of immense religious significance for Sikhs a year earlier. Evidence pointed towards a meticulously planned operation, with the bomb, concealed within a suitcase, checked in at Vancouver International Airport and transferred to Air India Flight 182 in Montreal. The investigation revealed a complex web of connections, communication, and travel, ultimately leading to the identification of key individuals believed to be responsible for the bombing. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 stands as a chilling reminder of the devastating consequences of extremism and the urgent need to combat all forms of terrorism. Section 4. The Aftermath. A catalyst for aviation security overhaul. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 sent shockwaves through the world, exposing glaring vulnerabilities in aviation security protocols.
The tragedy served as a wake-up call, prompting a global reassessment of security measures at airports worldwide. Governments and aviation authorities acknowledged the urgent need to strengthen security protocols and enhance passenger screening to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future.
The aftermath of the bombing led to the implementation of enhanced security measures at airports worldwide. These measures included the introduction of more sophisticated screening technologies, such as X-ray machines and metal detectors, to detect potential threats in luggage and on passengers.
Additionally, increased scrutiny of checked baggage and cargo, coupled with stricter regulations for screening individuals boarding aircraft, became the norm. Furthermore, intelligence sharing and cooperation among international law enforcement agencies were significantly enhanced to better track and apprehend potential terrorists.
Section 5. Enduring Legacy, Honoring the Victims. In the aftermath of the tragedy, memorials were erected in Canada, Ireland, and India, serving as poignant reminders of the innocent lives lost and the enduring impact of this horrific act of terrorism.
The bombing of Air India Flight 182 left an indelible scar on the hearts of families who lost loved ones. They navigated unimaginable grief, seeking answers, justice, and solace in the face of overwhelming loss.
These memorials have become sacred spaces for remembrance and reflection. Families gather annually to commemorate their loved ones, sharing stories, offering prayers, and finding solace in their shared grief.
The victims of Air India Flight 182 came from all walks of life. They were students, doctors, engineers, artists, and dreamers, each with their own unique story to tell. Their lives were tragically cut short, leaving behind a void that can never be truly filled.
Section 6. Remembering to prevent a timeless imperative. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of hatred and intolerance. It underscores the importance of vigilance, understanding, and cooperation in the face of extremism.
It compels us to confront prejudice and discrimination in all its forms, fostering a society that values inclusivity and respect for all.
Remembering such tragedies is not merely an act of commemoration, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that the fight against terrorism requires unwavering commitment, international collaboration, and a dedication to justice.
By honoring the memory of those we lost, we pledge to learn from the past and work towards a future free from the scourge of terrorism. Only through remembrance can we truly honor the victims of Air India Flight 182 and strive to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. If you want to read the full blog, visit whisperswise.blogspot.com.